Hello guys, firstly I'd like to thank all my subscribers as well as the new users who watch my videos every week. This is my weekly Linux news, 22nd April 2018. And we kick off this week with some great news for the open source community as a whole, as the German government opts for open source cloud solution from Nextcloud. Well, for those who don't know, Nextcloud is a suite of client-server software that allows you to create and use file hosting services. Functionally, it's similar to what Dropbox does. However, it's free and open source, therefore allowing you to easily implement your own solution in your home server. Again, this is good news after Barcelona earlier this year also having opted for using Linux instead of Microsoft. Next up, some surprising news. For the first time ever, Microsoft will distribute its own version of Linux. Microsoft announced on Monday a new technology called Azure Sphere, a new system for securing the tiny processors that power smart appliances, connected toys, and other gadgets. After 43 years, this is the first day that we are announcing and will be distributing a custom Linux kernel. Well, some Linux users will fear this news. However, other users will think this is good news, as in a way this is evidence that Linux has been successful to the extent that even a company like Microsoft is now developing for it, and in this particular case is actually creating its own distro. Next up, some interesting developments for Linux gamers as the rise of Tomb Raider comes to Linux. It's always nice when AAA games like The Rise of Tomb Raider are ported to Linux. The fact that Vulkan is extremely well supported under Linux certainly helps, and from what I've seen at Phoronix.com, the benchmarks for this game are pretty encouraging. It's also a testament to where the open source Radeon driver has come. So I hope this brings even more gamers into the Linux platform and overall helps Linux grow in 2018. And finally, KDE Applications 1804 released. Well, whether you like KDE Plasma 5 or not, it's somewhat a fact that some of these KDE applications are among some of the best in the world for the amazing number of features and the ways you can customize them. So let's quickly go through the major news among the system applications. The Places panel sections can now be hidden if you prefer not to display them, and a new network session is now available to hold entries for remote locations. High DPI support for the information panel has been improved. The trash folder now displays an empty trash button. And for developers, Git integration has been enhanced, as the context menu for Git folders now displays two new actions for Git log and Git merge. To make working on the command line even more enjoyable, Console, KDE's terminal emulator application, can now look prettier. You can download color schemes via KNewStuff. The scrollbar blends in better with the active color scheme. By default, the tab bar is shown only when needed. Well, I've been longing for this feature for a long time, so this is quite welcome. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to watch more news or reviews, click the button below to subscribe to my channel. As always, use Linux long and prosper.